It's still snowing, Goldie. I think you know that because you drove into work and it was snowing. So see, there's some of the totals from yesterday. A foot up in the mountains, 12.2 inches for Rangeley. And then you got into this stuff in here, like around a half a foot of heavy, wet batter. Augusta, Bangor, Lewiston. The down east coast overperformed, in my opinion. Wasn't expecting to see over 4 inches, but some towns there did. But pretty much everywhere else, I think we came in close to what we were thinking. And yes, it's still snowing. If you look closely beneath these lights here over the I-95, rather, the turnpike there in gray, you can see some flakes. But roads look like they're in pretty good shape. At this point, most surfaces have been treated with salt at least once in the last 24 hours. You might need to go out there again and treat because our temperatures are just a notch colder this morning, especially along the coastline, like in the Portland area, where there were some neighborhoods and towns in the greater Portland area that didn't get a treatment of salt. You probably need one this morning. I did a little slipping as I was walking into work this morning. Radar's not picking up well the snow that's falling. It's not very heavy. It's gentle snow, looks pretty, but there's a little more out there than this radar is showing. Same thing likely in eastern Maine too, but you can see a few patches showing up here. So we've got a little bit more of snow to go. It's also getting a little breezy out there, so our wind chills are really cold. Bangor, it feels like 13, 19 in Lewiston, and 22 in Portland, some single digits across the far north. Today's snow this morning is being caused by this upper level trough, which snakes all the way back to the parent low that's in the North Atlantic. I mean, this thing is miles and miles away, and it's still able to give us a few flakes. But with time, this high will build in today, and we'll get some partial clearing, and that next storm dives south of us. So we stay storm-free rest of the week. Lingering light snow and flurries, and these fresh coatings that we got overnight has led to a lot of black ice and new slick spots. Be careful and cautious. All snow departs by the middle of the day, and clouds actually begin breaking up at this point too. Our temperatures don't budge much. We're going to hover around 32 most of the day. But in the sunshine, that will melt things a little bit. It's also going to provide us with some intense glare because a lot of our trees and limbs are still, covered with fresh powder and fresh, well, it might not be powder, but, fresh snow, fresh white stuff. And that's going to give us some intense glare. You need sunglasses for that. And any untreated surfaces are going to ice up as the sun sets this evening. So again, got to throw a little salt out there. They're the highs for the day, 30 to 35, normally 42. A lot of this week is going to be like that, cold. Tomorrow, second low dives south of us and east of us. It misses us. We stay cold and dry. Thursday, also cold and bright. Friday, the same thing. We're awaiting this warm frontal passage, which will happen on Saturday. So over the weekend, we start warming back up. Mid-40s on Saturday, probably upper 40s to near 50 on Sunday. And then we've got some rain to contend with Sunday night, perhaps some wind with that too. We'll keep an eye on it. Small crafts are up, seas 3 to 4 feet, north wind 10 to 20 knots. Flakes linger this morning, and then we'll see some sun this afternoon, 30 to 35. Sun and clouds tomorrow, similar temps. Mostly sunny and cold for Thursday and bright and chilly on Friday. The weekend we start turning around a little bit. Low to mid 40s on Saturday. Looks like a great start to the weekend. And Sunday probably not too bad either. It will be breezy and will cloud up, but it'll be very mild, upper 40s, maybe 50. And then at night, we're going to see some heavy rain and probably some gusty wind too. Right now, the way things look, I would say that has potential for power outages Sunday night into Monday. Hopefully the system weakens a little bit or shifts a little bit so that we don't get the big wind with it too.
All right, certainly something to keep an eye on.
Yeah,
Appreciate
definitely.
it.